fixing democracy, including
Yeah.
gerrymandering, I could go on and on. Lo and behold, on your House website, I find out you already are, and I applaud you and thank you for that. The problem, so here's a request. Hillary Clinton was too. If you looked on her website, she never talked about it.
Yeah.
Will you talk about it regularly, or do you already? And right now, would you give us your elevator speech for what I think is the neglected stepchild in all of these reforms? Public funding of elections. Not the nuts and bolts, but what it will do to restore faith in government and make it easier to pass everything you want to do.
Well, Hillary Clinton, may not have talked about it as much as you'd liked her to have, but she certainly was a victim of dirty money and dirty maps, right?
Absolutely.
She was a victim of outside interference
Absolutely.
in our democracy. So what I would tell you, sir, is I will challenge us to scrub from our democracy the dirty money and the dirty maps. But I'm also somebody who is in Congress today because of good government reforms. My parents never met a congressman until their son was elected to Congress. People like me honestly aren't supposed to go to Congress. Fox News, wrote a piece earlier this week mocking me because I've got some of the most, I think I'm the poorest candidate in the field because of my student loan debt. And the truth is that people like that don't go to Congress because over half of Congress were millionaires before they got to Congress. And a lot of them, had relatives or parents or someone else in Congress, and they're protected because of gerrymandered, rigged lines. In 2010, Californians voted to have an independent redistricting commission. So the 40-year incumbent in my own party that I ran against didn't have friends in his own party to protect him. We also put in place a top 2 primary system. And any voter from any party could vote for any candidate. So I ran. And it was the first test case, and it won. But now being in Congress, I've seen that those are not the only reforms that we need. So I have voted to have independent commissions in every single state, but I also believe we need pure publicly financed campaigns. That taking the money, first stripping down to the studs the Citizens United ruling has to happen. Requiring my instinct is like,
She disagrees.
Very upset about this.
Requiring corporations to disclose to their shareholders the money that they're spending in a non-transparent, unlimited way is also, I believe, needed. And that goes, I think, a long way to getting people in there who can find the consensus that we've already mostly found among ourselves. What I love about your state is that in this city, when a representative across the state has an idea, because of your transparency laws, it gets a vote. Like it at least gets a hearing, and then it goes to the full floor for a vote. Most people think that's what happens everywhere, especially in Washington, and it's not. So many of these issues where we've already found consensus, they don't even get a vote because the decision's already been determined by outside interests. I've seen that firsthand. I don't want that to be the future of our democracy. Thank you.
I got it.
Yes, and then.
So in 2035, we're looking at, with absent any